Hello. Hello, everybody. Uh, do you all see me? It's a test. Can you all hear me? Sarah, Juliana, Sarah, Riddhima, Hannah, are you all see me and hear me properly? Am I live on Instagram? Let me check. Okay, I think I'm live now on Instagram. Okay. Hello, everyone, for joining. Let's wait few minutes for people to join. We just started our first live session. Let me check my YouTube whether I'm live on YouTube. Am I live on YouTube, girls? Perfect. Okay. Welcome everyone for our first live session. Let me introduce myself. I am Priyanka. I am a full-time software engineer and I am a real estate agent in Fairfield, Connecticut. I'm based in United States. I also have a hobby business, henna hobby business. I am a henna artist, and I am also a founder of our nonprofit Creating Wings. Today I chose this topic because I have more than 10 million views on this topic. So, as a Creating Wings founder, we thought to choose the topic which is most popular. Next, you will see more topics related to education, career, financial independence of women. We are working on our nonprofit. We are creating an artificial intelligence chatbot which will help women all around the world. So, but we are also doing a lot of podcast or live streams to connect with people everywhere. I am live today on YouTube. My YouTube is Henna Styles Creating Wings. Then I'm on Facebook. My Facebook page is Creating Wings, and my personal brand Instagram page, that is Priyanka Jain. Thank you so much for joining. I will take question and answers related to naturally color or nourish your hair using henna, indigo, cassia, and other herbs. So I have got a lot of questions on my YouTube channel because I have millions of views. So I took the help of ChatGPT to give me the list of all the question and answers from my own channel. Uh, because I want that more and more people use the natural henna and indigo to dye their hair. So let me tell you a little bit about how I learned henna. So I grew up in India, and henna is, or we say it mehendi. It is a plant-based dye. So what happens is they grew the henna in only a particular regions, like India, Pakistan, Middle East, where the soil is much better to grow henna for proper color. And henna is a plant. They take out the leaves of the plant, they dry that, and then make a powder. And then we buy the powder and make a paste of powder, and it gives various shades of reddish brown orange color on your skin and hair. um, it is all natural because it's just one ingredient, which is henna. But during last 8 9 years, I was experimenting various to get various colors from henna on hair, especially. So I tried indigo, is another plant which you mix with henna, gives different shades of brown. And if you use indigo as a second step on hair, it makes your hair black. So, and then there is the third color which we can introduce using cassia. That is also a plant which gives us red color tones. So we have the henna, which is more reddish brown tone. We have indigo, which is um, more blackish tones or brownish tones. And then we have cassia, which is a plant which gives naturally blonde gold color. And when you mix all three in different quantities, you will get various shades of brown colors, from very light brown, blonde color, to black color. So we have various variety. Always keep in mind, some people ask me, oh, we have black hair, if we put cassia, can we get blonde highlights? No, because these are natural color, they are not bleach. They just adds up to your existing color. So if you have gray hair or blonde hair, you can get all the hairs which is darker than your hair, but not make it lighter any day. So I will pick some of the questions. I will pick some of the questions from the chat, but also I got some questions from ChatGPT from my own channel. A lot of people ask, is henna having any side effects? So, as such, if you use 100% natural henna, none of uh, none of the person have reported any problems. I mean, I grew up in India, and if we just mix henna paste in the hair, um, we can just apply to even small kids on their feet, like 1 year 2 year kids. So if you do not mix any other ingredients, it's much much safer. And then but to have more proper colors from henna, indigo, and cassia, we mix different herbs which are very good for your hair. Like we use avla powder. Um, Avla powder is like vitamin C for your hair, and one avla fruit is almost equals to 40 oranges. It has that much vitamin C. So it works as an acid with henna, only with henna, and it give much better warmer color. And it is also better for your curls, to maintain the curls while applying henna. So avla is the first very very important ingredient that we always add. I always add aloe vera so that the hair doesn't become dry after henna. So we add aloe vera powder in the henna, and then we add hibiscus powder. I also sometimes add, which gives a little bit different, like a little warmer shade of reddish color. And it is also a herb for hair, the hibiscus flower. So these like some optional ingredients we add, and I usually mix my tea with the tea water. Um, and that's it. I mean, you do not need a lot of ingredients, but if you know, in a lot of countries, when we do henna on the hair, we mix some kind of essential oils which is good for your skin and hair. So I always mix few drops, like 10, 15, 20 drops, or you can say like 1/4 of teaspoon something of any of the essential oil which is better for hair, like tea tree, rosemary. These are my two favorite for hair. For my hand, henna on hand, the body art, I use lavender, eucalyptus, cajupet, all different varieties of essential oils. So yeah, so one of the question I get is, we have gray hair and we do not want to do two step of henna indigo, like henna on day one and indigo on day two to get black color. Can we just apply indigo to get black color, like no henna and nothing? So there is a science behind this. When you use a henna, it makes the henna molecule makes a bond with the protein of your skin or hair. It makes a bond of it. And when you apply indigo, um, it attach with the henna molecule, but it doesn't attach with the protein of your skin or hair. So you always need henna and cassia so that indigo can make a bond with your hair or skin protein. So that's one of the question, that either you do one step or you do two step, but you always need henna powder with indigo. Let's see. The another questions I usually get is, can we use aloe vera gel instead of aloe vera powder, because aloe vera gel is available in everybody's home. So what happens is, when you add too many things to henna, the color, it will impact the color, right? So if aloe vera, we use the powder, it's highly concentrated and we just need 1 teaspoon in 100 grams of henna or indigo. But if you put aloe vera gel, you need much more quantity of aloe vera gel. So that's why it's recommended to use powder, because it is highly concentrated. Um, and another question I usually get is, can we use olive oil or other oils instead of essential oil? So, no, there is a difference between regular oils and your essential oil. Essential oils is very different. You know, you use in candles, you know, its fragrance is highly warm and concentrated. It's just help to extract more color from henna. So that's why when we mix henna for body art, or we are mixing henna for hair to extract more color from the henna plant, we mix those essential oils. But those essential oils are really good for your scalp and your hair, like rosemary or tea tree. So it has like, you're not just coloring your hair on a different shade or covering the gray, but you are also providing all the nourishment to your hair. So let me read if I have more questions. 1 second. Okay, can we avoid any herbs? Like, can we just mix henna with water? Yeah, you can. There are few liquids that you can mix with henna, and one of them is tea water, which I always use. You can always use hibiscus tea, or you can use a little bit of ACV, or you can use just a regular water, but do not mix any curd or yogurt in your henna, because that is more for nourishment and it will block the color. So those are not good. Instead, you add avla. Some people ask me, can we add eggs to the henna? Egg and yogurt, or dahi, they all are good for nourishment, but they are blocking the color of the henna. So if you are doing just for nourishment, yeah, go ahead. But if your focus is to get more color, then please avoid that. Okay, so uh, okay. So the next very popular questions that I get is, um, can I color in the one step and two step process? Can we do same day? Yes, you can do same day. What you need to do is, when you apply henna paste on your hair, you just wash it with plain water, no shampoo or conditioner, let it dry, and then mix indigo and apply same day. You can apply between the same time that you wash off your henna to 72 up to 72 hours. Anytime you can apply indigo if you are doing two step for black color. One of the most important thing in the today's live session I need to tell you is about, whenever you buy any henna, indigo, herbs, cassia, anything, and you check all the reviews properly. This is the brand I always get, I import from them from India. But what you need to check is, on the ingredient list, it should be just one ingredient. If you're buying henna, it should be just henna in the ingredient list, and also need to check the expiry date, because there are a lot of products in the market which has chemical dyes and harmful chemical, and you do not want to buy those. Make your own mix. I have a lot of information on my YouTube channel that you can watch all different videos on one step, two step, how to get different colors while mixing henna, indigo, and cassia. So there are many, um, a lot many ways to get the color. But make sure that whenever you buy, suppose you are buying avla powder, so there should be only one ingredient on the packet that says 100% one ingredient, that is avla powder. If you are buying henna, only henna. If you're buying indigo, only indigo. Because imagine, sometimes these companies are selling a lot of mixed products as well, but avla is an acid. If you're buying something which has avla and aloe vera and everything mixed in it, it impact the quality of the henna. It does work, because if you buy very fresh, it does work. But if you're keeping it somewhere, or if you buy, in a few months, the quality will impact a lot. So whenever you buy a product, you check the expiry date, and it should not be expired. And then whenever you buy, always keep all your herbs, henna, indigo, cassia, all the powders, essential oils, in a cool and dark place, or a dark tight container. Because as this henna powder make a contact with sun, it start fading. All the herbs, they started losing their quality. So always have something in a dark container, dark packet, and put it in your basement or your refrigerator if you live in a very warm places. So put it somewhere which is like more cooler spaces, so that it will go maybe like 6 months life. So you can store for up to 6 months. That is highly recommended. What other questions I can take? Um, so a lot of people ask me why you have chemical highlights on your hair. So I did not get any gray hair yet. So what I do is I do highlights, but I ask them to not touch my roots. So it's just like a few highlights on the outer side, and I don't use chemical everywhere. It's just a few highlight because I say until I don't have gray, I should just do highlights, just for fun. But what I do is to balance it. I mix cassia and a little bit of henna with herbs and essential oil, and I make a nice hair pack for myself, which doesn't change the blonde shade. So I have created a video on how to color your blonde highlighted hair. So I use cassia for gold blonde color, and I mix all the herbs and essential oils, and I just put like as a hair pack for nourishment, and just give some shine to my highlights. But that's how I balance a little bit of my chemical highlights with the natural products. But if you have gray hair and if you're doing root touch ups, and if you're using chemical products from the market like chemical colors, it started impacting your scalp area and your skin around. um, and it like ultimately over the few years, those chemicals definitely harm your skin and scalp, because to cover the gray you always do the root, you always go to the scalp and skin. That's why I highly recommend to use these natural products. Um, then I have one more question from there is yeah, is henna for body art is different from henna on hair? The only difference is the henna that we apply on the hair. It can not be very fine grain. It is just like the powder that they give. You do not have to strain it to make it very, very fine. But when we do body art, like when we do bridal henna and everything, we need really fine powder. So it is very, very important to get the fine. I mean, just to get any powder of henna is fine. If it is filtered for body art, you can also use for hair, but it's not vice versa. You need very fine for body art. But yeah, it's the same product, it's the same henna that we use for body art or on hair. Okay, the next very important question I got is, so by the way, I am right now live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And we are just, my team is helping me from all the three channels. So I just want to thank all of them. Sarah, uh, Hannah, Olivia, Ridhima, Priyansh. They are my team from Creating Wings, my nonprofit. And they are helping me today to coordinate this whole multi-live uh, event. So thank you so much, guys. And they are helping me to coordinate with different comments and different, just to make sure this all goes smooth. So thank you so much. So yeah, the next question I got is, suppose we have gray hair and we apply henna and indigo or whatever to cover according to our hair color, how frequently we need to use it? So we need to use it every 4 to 8 weeks. But for example, you do cover whole hair today and cover all your gray. After 4 weeks, if you see more grays from the root because your hair is also growing, you can just do the root touch ups. You do not have to cover your whole hair. You just make enough paste to just cover the roots and whatever is visible on the front. You do not have to do everywhere. But if you keep doing root touch ups every 4 to 8 weeks, like 1 to 2 months, then your protein of your hair will add more and more stronger bond with the henna and indigo, and it will last much longer. So the more you do it, the better it sticks. The another question I get very, very frequently is, are we don't get good color, so why we didn't get black color or why we didn't get brown color? So there are multiple reasons why you're not getting good color. Number one point is always check the expiry and the quality of the products you're using. The second thing is you have to make sure you put proper emphasis on how your henna and indigo dye release. If henna takes some time to get dye release once you mix it with the liquid, you have to wait from 1 hour to 8 hours. Depends on what is the temperature in your house. It all depends on the temperature. Because henna oxidizes with the temperature. The next thing is indigo. Indigo dye release instantly. As soon as you mix indigo with the water, it started releasing the color. So there is a difference between dye release time of henna and cassia, which is I mix it with like lukewarm water, tea water. So it takes around like 2 to 3 hours in a normal temperature. But if I'm mixing with cold water, I can leave it for 6 hours or something. But you have to check the dye release, because if you are living in a very hot temperature, then it will dye release very quickly and it will release all the color before it goes on your head. But indigo, it just goes instantly, like as soon as you mixed, and then it's ready to apply. So maybe you are making that mistake. Another big mistake is you might be applying regularly some oil or serum or some lotions or some products on your hair, but when you are shampooing it, it is not completely removing all the oil and dirt from your hair, like you are not washing it properly. So before we do henna, make sure you wash your hair with a strong shampoo at least 2 to 3 times to remove all the natural oil or any products you use in your hair. It should be completely removed. But after you wash henna or indigo, when you do shampoo 2 days after, then you use mild shampoo so that that color stays longer. So that's the difference. When you are applying henna, the hair should be completely dry. That's why may not be you're getting proper color. The third thing is you need to keep that henna and indigo paste at least 2 hours on your head. But if your it all depends on the quality of your hair. So there are different porosity of your hair. Some hair are more porous and some hair are less porous. So if your hair is very porous, it will absorb everything quickly. But if your hair is very rigid and silky, like I can tell some hair and I say it's very thick and silky, so that is low porous hair. So henna and indigo takes time to go deeper into your hair. So that's why you need to sometimes keep 4 to 6 hours. I recommend everybody that if you have a lot of gray hair, just keep it 4 to 6 hours. Just wrap it with the plastic and the some cotton wrap, and then you can do your housework, watch TV, do whatever. Just keep it more than 3 hours at least. But if you are regularly applying, you can only keep it for 2 hours. That is good too. Sometimes you do not have enough time and you can just keep it for 2 to 4 hours. So it all depends, on the hair quality. So you have to keep check of all these important things. And in my latest videos, I have put all these important points so that you can take care of it. One very important question I always get is also, can I add lemon or lime in the henna for hair? So never put lime, the green colored lime, in your henna mix, whether you're doing for your body art or hair, because it's highly allergic with the sun. I have seen people, so never put it. I made a mistake one time and I still regret that I put lime, and it gives me, some itchiness and stuff in the sun. Uh, so I sometimes put lemon in the body art henna, but I avoid putting lemon in for the hair. Instead, I put avla powder, which is very high in vitamin C and it is very good acid for your hair. It is a hair growth best herb in Ayurveda for your hair. So lemon can cause you allergies, can get into your eyes. Like it can have multiple reactions if you have like scratches on your scalp or something. So I would not recommend lemon, but I will highly recommend avla powder for the replacement of any yogurt, dahi, any other acid that you are thinking of lemon. Instead, use avla powder. Always highly recommend avla is the best herb for your hair growth, to maintain the curls, because I get this question. I have curls, but when I apply henna, my curls loosen up. Yes, henna does that. Henna will lose your curls. That's why make sure you add at least like 2 tablespoon of avla powder in your 100 gram, and also like avla powder. Those ingredients will help to maintain your curls, but you have to be like a little, like do something to maintain your curls, because henna might loosen it up, but avla and aloe vera does help a lot. um, let's check if we have any more questions. Anybody have more questions can write in the comment box. We are waiting for more comments. And I'm reading more comments here. Okay, yes, a very, very important question. If I apply henna, can I do bleach or chemical dyes or highlights after that? Or if I have highlights or chemically treated, can I switch to henna? 100%. Henna, indigo, cassia, and all the herbs are 100% natural, and you can switch between chemical colors to natural and natural to chemical any day. I heard that a lot of women, they work in the parlors, right? The salon, the hair salon, they say, oh no, you should never put henna. That is very bad. That is not true. What happens is sometimes when you do henna and indigo, I used henna indigo all the time, and I don't tell the hair salon that I'm doing that. Still, I get good color and I do not get any adverse. But what if the products you are buying has some kind of chemical in it? Then definitely it will react with the chemical. They are chemical hair color they are using to highlight or color your hair, and that gives sometimes like greenish or some different weird colors. uh, so mm, that's the important point. Like I always do that. I put some highlights, only the outer, not touching the roots, mostly like balayage kind of effect, so that it doesn't go on my skin or my roots. But I do put, just for nourishment of the hair, I mix cassia, a little bit of avla, aloe vera herbs, and some essential oil. I mix with tea water and I put it as a hair pack. The video is on my YouTube channel, and also a lot of videos. So these are all the questions I have, and thank you so much for attending. So I just want to share a few more things. Right now, I am Elite Miss Connecticut Petite title. I have the crown because I cannot put both together. And I am competing in national pageant in July from 9 to 12. Do support me there. And also, we are working, my team, we are Sarah, Ritima, Hannah, Olivia, Priyansh, they all are in my Creating Wings nonprofit team. We are working very hard. Do support us. And the next session I'm planning, hopefully next weekend, is about women career in technology. That's what I'm planning. If you have any more suggestions for what topic you want me to speak regarding my experiences or my knowledge, let me know. Even though I can share some of the experience of my pageant journey in future, hopefully. But I do have masters in finance and masters in bachelor's in electronics and masters in computer science. I am a software engineer since last 25 years. Still, that is my full-time job. So if you have any question related to career or women financial independence or how to buy a house, because I'm also a real estate agent in Connecticut since last 4 years, and houses are my another passion. Or if you have any questions related to henna business, like how to run a henna business, or um, how to do some stuff on social media like Instagram and stuff. I mean, you can just private message me on any of the social media if you want to listen about any of the topics that I can share. I do post a lot on my social media, so make sure you follow me. Thank you so much for joining. I'm putting this video after editing on all the social media, so if you miss that, you can view it. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, everybody, and good night. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Thank you, my team, for helping me. Bye.